Hey, this is Stephen A. Williams, president and founder of the creditrepairshop.com. And in this video, I'm going to answer a YouTube question where a person asked, they said that one of their collections was removed and then it seems that it was sold to someone else. Does the 7 years start over again? Excellent question. And let me give you the answer to it. Number one, when the first debt collector had the debt, the first thing that you should do is you look at the statute of limitations to see if the debt is past statute of limitations when they got it. If it's past the legal statute of limitations when they got it, and this is collections that have not gotten a judgment on you. A judge they got went to court and they got a judgment on you. It does not count. That would be 20 years. We're talking about one what shows the charge off date, and you can go and look at your credit reports. And I invite you to go to our website, yourthenumber3scores.com, to grab those credit reports because you're going to need to see the charge off date in the comment section. Now, if it was removed, you can't see that. You don't know, but they got it with another creditor. But when you see that collection, they always have to tell you who was the original creditor. They're not going to say the original creditor was another debt collector. They might say that it was assigned from that debt collector, but it's going to have another level of who the original creditor was. Then you need to look at when the charge off date for that original creditor was. If you don't see it on your credit reports, then you probably know for sure that it's past the legal statute of limitations. But if you don't see it on your credit reports, then what you need to do is just look at your state statute of limitations for uh, what type of debt that is. If it's a credit card account, I have it on my website. It's the fourth column. That's an open-end account. Look at the statute of limitations on that. If it's just a regular where you sign the contract, like a automobile or some type of other loan that you don't get to pay and then reuse again, that's a closed-end account. That's going to be in the second column on my website for the statute of limitations. So it does not start over, but you need to get that information so you can know what letter to send to them. Because you believe that it's past the legal statute of limitations, then what you need to do is you need to grab my letter, and I give you the link below here, the statute of limitations letter, and you only need to use that letter and put their information in there, and you need to notify that new collection agency that the debt that they're trying to collect is past the legal statute of limitations for your state to collect. They will play that game and pass it, well, not pass it, they're selling it to other debt collectors. There are debt collectors that will take a chance on an individual not knowing their rights. But because you're watching my YouTube channel, you know it, you know your rights because I talk about this over and over and over again about double checking your credit reports to see when the charge off date was for a particular debt. That's the only way you're going to know. Those free monitoring services do not tell you that information. You need to know it because it can stop you from being able, stop you from having to pay a collection and give you the information that you need to be able to know if you can feel confident showing that, letting them know that the debt is past legal statute of limitations. So that's what you need to do. You can go to my website, thecreditrepairshop.com, and go to my blog, pull up the statute of limitations for your state, and look at what the time frame is, how many years debt collector have, or any collector. It even goes for original creditors, how many years they have to try to collect on that debt. And if it's past that date, it does not matter as long as you have not made a payment. If you make a payment, you will reset that time frame. Also, something that came to mind with the 7 years. Now, there's a statute of limitations for how long it can stay on your credit reports. That's 7 years. But the statute of limitations for them to be able to collect it from you could be as low as 3 years for some states. So that's a different statute of limitations. And if it's past a legal statute of limitation to collect, then you will have the information to be able to get it off of your credit reports, which has a 7 year statute of limitations, because you will be able to stop them and they will usually send you a letter saying that they're going to take that information off your credit report. So I hope that this information helped you. If you need help with your credit, please visit us at thecreditrepairshop.com. Watch the video, What Makes Us Different. If you can follow our process on repairing credit, we invite you to become a customer. If you cannot, please choose another credit repair company. If you need to get your credit reports and scores, go to the website your3scores.com. Everything starts there with getting the information that you're going to need to start working on your credit. That's like the fuel that you would need for your car. If you need the cease and desist collection activities letters for debt collectors that are trying to collect money from you, statute of limitations letter for debt collectors that are trying to come after you for debts that are past the legal statute of limitation to collect, and the debt validation letter for debts that are not past the legal statute of limitations, but you want to make sure that the debt collector has everything to prove that they can come after you for that debt. Those letters are, the links to those letters are below this video. Thank you for your time. This is Stephen A. Williams, President and founder of thecreditrepairshop.com.